So here we are back with the Chevy CHEY project of mine. I know we only painted it less than 6 months ago, but the Lenco...
We painted it less than 6 months ago? You mean with old oil?
Well, after a few Coronas and a bucket of old oil.
Where is the Corona tonight?
It's right there.
good man. This is a rare opportunity, Todd.
Yeah.
It's the rare opportunity for me. I usually get them in boxes and bags after they've been in 2 or 3 other shops.
Sure.
This one's coming. We drove it in here.
Exactly.
That's odd.
Yeah. So Todd has allowed me to use his garage to tear it down. So during my evenings, I'll be tearing this thing down, and then Todd will be painting it in his shop. So we want to bring you guys along for the ride, starting from the beginning and going all the way down.
Yeah, we'll follow it all the way through. The game plan for this car is the body. The body on this car is actually super good. I'll walk you around it after, show you the sheet metal and stuff. It's in very nice shape. There's no rust on it. The only issue I find at all, and it's not probably the end of the world serious, but the rear quarter panels. And we're going to change them just because the price of the quarter panel. You got nice new tin, no Bondo, and it doesn't really cost any more than trying to fix what's here.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and put a pair of quarters on it. Other than that, this thing, I mean, it's straight. There shouldn't be a crazy amount of body work. I'm not fussy about the way the trunk lid fits, but we're going to deal with that when we do the quarters. I mean, really, because, you run your hand over it. There's no big dents, there's no big goofy stuff. I've worked on this thing enough now, I kind of know what it is, so I think it's going to be a nice one to do.
Yeah, and then once we're done paint, or sorry, you want?
Yeah, you were just going to say what I was going to say.
So we're gonna take the engine out, and basically the last year I've been buying parts. So we have a hush mat kit to deaden the sound inside, new carpet kit. We already have 2 new seats. Have the new rear seat already done.
Yeah.
New panels inside, new wiring. We got new wiring from I can't remember which brand we got, but basically all.
It was Auto Wire or something like that.
Yeah. So basically all new wiring for painless. I think it was painless.
Not painless, that kid. I think that's Auto Wire. That one you got.
So all new wiring all the way through. We have the vintage air, so we'll be throwing a compressor in the engine bay. So Todd has convinced me to pull the engine, so we'll spray.
Engine looks like dog food. We've run it. How long now? Well, we've had 3 years probably.
This is 3 years now.
We've run it 3 years.
Yeah, we've run it 3 years.
So I mean, the engine's it's starting to look rough. If the rest of the car looks nice, it'd be nice to have the engine look as nice. And then we're going to talk him into a set of aluminum heads. He doesn't know that yet, but we're going to talk him into a set of aluminum heads.
Yeah, and then Todd has went ahead and ordered new glass for us. So we're putting all new glass in here as well.
Yeah. The other Todd ordered all new rubbers, and I said, well, if we're gonna pull the glass, we'll put nice, new, clean, pretty glass in it.
Yeah. And I think the plan right now is to paint it a Chevy original color, the Azure Blue, and we'll probably do some spray out to that first before just to dial in the color before we.
We have to decide if we want sleeper or brutal, because I
want sleeper, but I don't want grandma sleeper. You know what I mean?
Well, that blue's a little grandma, but I mean, if the car
beige,
if the car is badass enough, it can pull off sleeper.
Yeah, I want to pull a sleeper. I like to paint the inside of the rally wheels.
Yeah.
Leave the chrome caps and kind of keep the sleeper look to it.
Now, this little car would get it. I mean, the motor actually had probably all the horsepower you wanted, and then some when it had the stock suspension. It's all church boy stuff underneath it there now, and it is. I mean, you can hustle it through a corner. It's very impressive. It went from one of the worst driving cars you'll ever get into to a damn good driving car.
Yeah.
I mean, you can send a pretty good sports car into a corner and really not outdo this right now.
No.
It's impressive. So, the right outside looks a little rough, but we'll fix that.
Yeah, we'll make it good.
Yep. Yeah, we do have to. I kind of think the factory color is not a bad idea, but it is going to be, it's day and night look difference.
Yeah.
I mean, depends what you're after, end of the day. If we want it to be understated, that blue, it'll be very understated with the steelies on it and everything.
Yeah.
It'll be very understated. If you do it your burgundy color or the dark green or something like that, then it's more in your face and it's more alive. So
Well, if we went down that path, then we were thinking that we need to probably put on more of the original or the SS Bright work on there on the sides and the top of the rear fenders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't really want to go that direction. Maybe get a nicer wheel, an 18-inch, 19-inch wheel, but I kind of like the 16.
I like the strip down look though.
Yeah.
But you've got the rocker moldings, which will dress it out quite a bit.
Yeah, the bottom rocker molding is the only thing that we're adding for Bright work. So
that's the only side trim you bought, right?
yeah, that's the only side trim we're doing.
Yeah. So that'd be cool.
Oh, and some Chevy flags. The fuel injection flags.
Yeah. Yeah. We're putting them on the back or the front?
I think it was the back we were gonna do.
Yeah, 57 Chevy was up here. A lot of the other stuff was in the back.
Yeah.
We can kind of.
It's gonna look good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'd be cool. It'd be cool as hell. I was trying to think. The Black Widow might have been in the back in the 57 actually.
I think Black Widow was in the back.
Yeah. The other cars were up here in the front fender.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, let's work on it. We'll keep tearing it down. Tom already started, so there's the new quarter panel. Pretty good night on it. Car's all stripped out. All the trim's off the exterior except for the door handles, which I'm just leaving there for now for ease of operation. She's all stripped out inside. We will pull the dash and stuff out of it after. And
Not to brag, but the floor pans. No rust, no holes, nothing to do in there.
I've got brand new ones for my 57. They'll look just as nice or nicer.
Nice.
This is the new quarter, which is a factory style quarter. So there's very little finish work. This is why I say change them. Because you can see this seam right here under the back window. You can see it here, same seam. Everything finishes over the edge down here. Goes in by the window. Goes into the trunk pan area. All that. We've got the new tail light panel. So all this is right at the factory location. This is super easy.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that gray looks pretty nice.
You may have to sell me on that some.
Yeah.
We'll get them on.
Actually, no, the gray's totally finished. I've never thought they were great, but looking at that, it just, I don't know, I guess it just looks better than the flat black, dirty mess that we have right
most
now.
everything looks better than what's on it. But I think though it gives you some concept.
Yeah.
Like if you look at that blue, that factory blue, that's quite silvery.
Yeah. It's found it here.
The factory blue this has been darkened some, the paint.
Oh, you can see them right side by side right here,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So this is somebody else painted, and that's the factory blue. And that's more the color I was thinking of.
Yeah, and your floors in here.
Yeah.
And that would.
Yeah, you can see it here again.
But that's definitely, a lot more old man with a hat than some of the other colors you had. So
yeah,
it's it really is. It's a big swing in the looks department,
Yeah.
We'll.
And then the other rust we found was on the braces for the front bumper.
Yeah, front bumper brackets are rotten, and then back this little pan back here, I'm gonna bend out a new one and just make that. It's a little bit underneath here, but I mean, God, for its age, it's very, very little. It's very little. We didn't buy the trunk drop downs, which normally I do in here.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, they look good. If they do prove to be an issue, we'll order new ones.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I mean, for a Chevy too, these cars tended to be rusty. This thing is amazingly good.
Yeah.
So this fitment here, see, is what bothers me. In here.
Yeah. Well, I think that happened when we put on the new gasket in the back.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah.
But it never did. It always had a bit of a. Even before that, it wasn't right.
Yeah, those are hard to fit.
But when we put the new quarters on, to me this quarter's a little flat right there. So I think we'll try to, we'll try to work that in, so that has a nicer fit.
Yeah.
And then your new trunk rubber is going to have to go and put another new trunk rubber.
Yeah. And you said you were going to deal with that. These little pointy things.
Yep. Yeah, we'll fill that in and bring that up to match. And then the multiple antenna holes on the other side, we'll get rid of those. Pretty Pretty basic stuff. We got to weld up these holes in the door. The fenders don't have them.
I think the other side fender does. One fender, I don't think.
One fender does, one fender doesn't.
So one was bonded up, one wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know if they were bonded up or changed the fender. It seems to me they were.
Change the fender. You're right.
Seemed to me I didn't see any sign of it ever having holes when we had the fenders off years ago.
Yeah, because we got the two holes. One was sort of in the.
Yeah, one's in the cowl, one's in the fender.
And one's in the fender.
Yeah.
And then in the back, we also had these weird holes.
Yeah, there was antenna holes back here too.
Back there's one that popped through.
Yeah, this car had a lot of antennas.
And then this, I think there's another one popping through right there too.
Yeah, but those, yes, there is. But those will be eliminated with the new quarter. So that part's done. These trim holes will be eliminated with the new quarters.
Yeah.
So hell, it's see, those new quarters are paying off already.
It's about time.
All right, let's clean up. There's a little look at what the next video is going to be about. She's missing some pieces. We're just trying to weed out all those old spot welds and sort of protect what we got to weld to. As you can see, working along here. This over here is kind of a mess. It's been welded up and stuff, so gonna have to use a few different methods as we go. But long story short, we want to get everything down to that original mounting point. So we'll show you how we do that. Next thing coming up. Gotta ask everybody if you can do it for me. Help me out if you can. Like and subscribe. Help me grow the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And it's free. Doesn't cost a dime.